TV, and we're here with Chris Squire. We're with Chris Squire. We're gonna do a video interview for Reviewer TV with my old buddy Chris. I haven't seen him in like 150 years, it seems like, but
That'll be it. Hold on. Stop it. Listen back. Make sure you can hear yourself. And I feel like
yeah, this is better. I think this sound will be much better here. Something with a little bit more light. Anyways, but Chris is based in Baltimore now. Chris Squire of the Tory Cobras, and what other bands?
Tit
Too many
Wrench,
to count. Tit
Heroin.
Wrench. Oh my God, Tit Wrench. And Heroin, and what else?
Crash Worship.
Crash Worship? Really? Oh yeah, okay.
At one point.
All on your Instagram or Facebook or something.
Billy
but-
Druid.
Billy Druid, that's right.
Yeah.
Billy Druid.
Currently, I play in Rabbit City,
Okay.
and I'm the manager for the Ravagers.
And you're also, do you want to talk about your job in Maryland, where you're the sound guy for a bar? You work in the music industry top to bottom. You've always done that.
Pretty much.
And
pretty
yeah,
much.
yeah. I mean, you've never done any dumb jobs or any manual labor or anything, have you? Have you ever had a real job? I mean,
Try not
you ever had a
Try not
straight
to.
job?
I've had a few manual labor jobs that didn't last long.
You know, there's so much to talk about with you, Chris. I mean, the cover story that was on the Reader, which to your chagrin was pretty huge. That kind of chronicled a time in your life when you were in a little different line of work, I should say.
Yep.
But that's behind you now. You've been sober for 7 years.
Yes, indeed.
Sober.
California sober.
What does that mean?
Well, they say California sober is when you give up hard drugs and alcohol, but you still indulge in cannabis and psilocybin.
Okay. Because you've been hanging out in the bar here at the Redwood Lounge where the Ravagers played all night, and you've been on tour with them as their tour manager for a few weeks now, and you don't drink. And like other people I know who work in the nightclub business and don't drink, I have to tip my hat to you because I don't know how you can do it. I mean, I would if I had access to free alcohol, I would be drinking.
Well, you know how I do it? Every day that I wake up without a hangover, I'm glad that I didn't drink the day before.
Yeah, I don't get hangovers though. I mean,
And I'm at that age where I want to preserve my life, and I can feel everything that I put in my body. I feel how it affects me.
Right on.
So
It's always something. It's always.
it just seems like it's a kind of a no-brainer to abstain from the alcohol, and so yeah.
Okay. God, there's so much I wanted to bring up. The moving to the East Coast thing. You're married now, and you've got that one big edifice, that huge house in Baltimore. How do you like living in Baltimore compared to San Diego? You want to come back, don't you?
Well, yeah. I mean, we love California. We want to be here in California.
You and your wife.
Yeah, my wife Sasha and I.
Do you plan on doing it?
Are
you gonna come back?
It's a life goal. It's a life goal, but at this moment, I'm fairly entrenched in Baltimore. We have a lot of work to do on the house. I enjoy the work that is coming my way out there.
The music, the music business work.
Yeah,
In the bar.
not just music business, but stagehand work. It's slowed down. The pandemic stopped my work for a couple of years altogether, but it's starting to trickle back in. I had a good window of time before work really is going to pick up and get busy to hit the road with the Ravagers. It was perfect timing, and we really locked into a chemistry and a work ethic that is keeping the wheels turning, and we are at this point like a self-sustaining entity.
You're able to pay for it with your merch, pay for it with the door fees and the band fees and everything.
All our needs are met.
Okay.
And
you can do it forever.
Yeah, we could keep going if we had enough merchandise. We could keep the wheels going indefinitely.
What about your label? Does your label help you out with any of the merch, like your CDs and shit?
Well, yeah. I mean, so we always get a certain amount of records from the label when they press them, and then when we run out of those, they give us the whatever stock we need, we get at a discount. Like, I'm not sure exactly.
Well,
the numbers
okay,
on that.
the rock and roll lifestyle is like one thing, and you're able to pay for it, and it's self-sustaining and stuff. But does it wear you down? I mean, at our age, we're kind of up in years, and there are like a lot of people have been dropping like flies lately.
You know
we're
what?
talking about
What wears me down is sitting around watching the news.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. If anything, this makes me younger, and it gives me energy, and it gives me like a resolve and a confidence to want to wake up and get on with my life.
What on the news has been dragging you down the most? Give me an example or two.
Fucking entitled, just entitled assholes, people with bad manners, people who don't show strangers any respect, people who fucking racists, warmongers, fucking Christians, religious fucking zealots, fucking rich people.
It's so weird, the politics right now. I mean, 20 years ago, 30 years ago when I was a kid, you would have never guessed that the right wing, the Republicans, were like for Russia.
Yeah.
You know, it's like they're supporting Putin, and yet they say that the U.S. will never be a socialist state. They don't want socialism here, but yet they're supporting a communist dictator, communist authoritarian. It's crazy, man.
A communist who's become a fascist. I used to argue that a communist can't be a fascist, and depending on who's saying it, it can sound really stupid or not necessarily unrealistic.
It's like dyslexia. It's a form of dyslexia, I think. Tactical dyslexia.
Yeah, you go far enough to the left, you hit the right, and like Putin, he's a dictator. He's a dictator, and the world's full of dictators, and the dictators are fucking seem to be winning at this point in time.
Did you guys have any of those Antifa riots over in Baltimore?
There's a lot of Antifa was more active in DC, but we are in a hotbed political area, and I've been at the Black Lives Matter protests.
Did you participate?
I participated in peaceful protest.
Okay.
I'm not about damaging property.
No looting.
I don't. It's just. I think it does a disservice to the cause. I think that there's a lot of clowns and jokers like in both camps. A lot of people who they have a lot of misdirected anger and they don't know what to do with it, and they choose a side, and there's a lot of people, I'm sure, that there's a lot of fucking assholes on both sides, and I have some friends that are like libertarians and right-wing people, and they're very intelligent, and we get along, and we have like a healthy discourse, and so I don't try to I'm not into this black and white perspective, well, fuck you if you voted for Trump, I fucking hate you. I treat every person I see with respect, if they treat me with respect, and I think people have to fucking work more together with each other and learn to communicate, and fucking just everyone's got to pull themselves up to a higher standard.
Back in the day when the Tory Cobras or the bands we were in San Diego were really up and coming, you guys were really kind of slated to be to blow up and be big. But but that didn't happen. What happened? What do you think? What do you think was the deal there?
It was self-sabotage.
Self-sabotage?
Yeah, well, it was a lot. There were so many different factors. There was there was the drug problems within the band, and the fact that various members were not on the same drugs, so there was an uneasiness with it. It didn't work well together.
How so?
Well, just I was an uppers guy, so I was able to maintain a sort of
you were meth.
a certain work standard.
Yeah.
But
and the other guys were on.
But the other guitar player, he liked downers. He liked stuff that brought him down, and it made him really unreliable. And so that was really hard, and it just got more and more heartbreaking to me. And I think that I had a lot of archaic, unrealistic expectations and ideas of what success is and how to get it and how to achieve it. And
What do you mean?
just like the whole like, oh, you know, you start a good, you get a following, you play everywhere that you can, and then like you're gonna get, and then you get a record deal.
That's
And then
archaic.
well, yeah, it doesn't really work like that. Like bands, there's more like, for example, like playing every fucking dive bar in your county that you live in is counterintuitive. Shows should be special occasions, or they should be tours.
Okay.
You know,
And that was kind of a rub with you with the labels or the music execs that maybe wanted to sign you, or what happened?
no one ever even showed interest in signing us. I put out
Okay.
a record myself, and no one bought it. And I gave out all the CDs, and then a few years later, it was the death of the CD. Vinyl came back, and digital content rose up, and all those Troy Cobra CDs that I made became like coasters. So I was dumping a lot of money into it and not making any money, and the band just wasn't putting in the work. We had good songs, and you know we had a look and all that, but we weren't putting in the work. We weren't putting in the practice. We weren't writing new material. I think the Tory Cobras in its 10-year existence, I don't think we wrote more than 12 songs. So a band is only going to get so far on the same fucking songs. And
How did you ever kick meth? How did you get off meth? Did you hit rock bottom? What
I
happened?
hit rock bottom. I went to jail.
Describe that.
It's the chicken's coming home to roost. You know, you can only fuck off doing stupid shit and and being, you know, behaving like an idiot before it'll come back to bite you.
Was that like,
No matter what you're doing in life.
was that 2005, 2006?
Well, I was off it off. I was on it off and on for over 10 years.
Okay.
So I relapsed several times before I finally just said I'm done with it.
So you got busted for possession or dealing?
I got busted for I was muling. I got busted both times. I got in trouble. I got busted for transportation.
Okay.
I wasn't really a dealer. I was more of a mule.
Okay. So that's still on your record? Did they get it expunged or?
I'm looking into getting my record expunged. I've gone long enough off with the. I'm in clean and I don't have any warrants, and I haven't had any trouble with the law in years.
But how bad was rock bottom for you? Did you merely get arrested and do some time in the clink, or did you go to the hospital? How bad was it? Was it
Oh
your
no,
health
I
team?
just got arrested and I went to jail and I did my time and
How long?
I did 18 months straight in George Bailey, and it sucked, but I'm a survivor and I'm more intelligent than your average prisoner, so it's not really, the smart people do okay in there. Like, it's the dumbasses that go in and get beat up and get in fights and get caught up in stupid shit. And I just wanted to do my time and stay out of trouble, and I just read a lot of books, and I made some friends in there, and I made sure to like make people laugh. And I kind of rose up in the hierarchy and like created did my best effort to create a safe space for myself. So, and did a lot of thinking about what I was going to do with my life when I got out, which
So
was very scary.
It was good for you.
It was good for me, but it was also very very tough.
And that was the turning point when you came out. You decided no more.
Yeah, I didn't want
No.
to put my mother through that. I didn't want to put my wife through that. I didn't want to put anybody through that anymore. And and I knew what I had to do.
And now you've been clean and sober for 7 years.
Yes.
But when you went to George Bailey, that was 2006, right? So there was
So yeah, I've been in jail several times.
okay.
Yeah.
I didn't
But
know
it culminated in an 18-month enhanced sentence.
that. When was that?
That was in 2016.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
not that long ago.
Not that long ago.
That was in George Bailey.
Yeah.
Okay, so you were muling in 2016 or 2015.
Yep.
Okay. Huh.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. A lot
It's
of people
hardcore,
didn't know
Chris.
that.
It's hardcore.
I was really good at hiding it.
And they caught you here in San Diego, 2016, huh?
Yes.
Was it 2016 or 2017?
It was March of 2017. It was my mother's birthday. So that was the last time I used. So every year for my mother's birthday, I tell her I've been clean this many years.
Nice. It's a good Mother's Day present.
Yeah, it's the best.
Nice. Well, we're on Mother's Day today. Today is Mother's Day.
Ah, I love you, Mom, if you see this.
I know. Should probably be like a week later if she tunes into our YouTube.
Yeah.
But what would you like to say to the people in San Diego that either supported you or didn't support you?
Well, to the people that supported me, I want to thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks for all the love. I really appreciate it. It's helped me get to where I am today. The ones that didn't support me, well, can't really blame you. I wasn't always like the most reliable, or I didn't always have my shit together, and I didn't always have the best the manners that I have today.
That's pretty magnanimous of you. Good, man. Well, all right, Chris. It's been good seeing you again, man.
Good seeing you, Rob. Good talking to you.
Thank you. And
Thank you.
keep rocking.
I will.